Oh boy. Ugh. Oh, I keep saying I'm choking. Hey guys, so as promised, here is part 2 of the making of Enemy, and this one will be about the notes that were written for the Mirror project.
Sometimes I just get a bit confused by the way we are. Never been a perfect set of rules, just be who you are.
First off, I just want to thank you guys again for spilling out your guts on paper or on email and sending them over to me and taking part in this. It definitely was brave of you to do that. To be honest, I don't know if I'd do that. So I'm really happy that you guys decided to take part in it. This project ended up being a really big responsibility for me because I've just basically been entrusted with people's deepest thoughts and feelings about themselves. It's no pressure. And please feel safe during this video. I will not read out like all these notes, and I will not give out private information. As I promised, it is staying anonymous. What was really cool about this is that most of the notes were actually really positive, which made me feel a little bit better. I know there's a lot of pressure going on, you know, social media pressure and just day-to-day life, peer pressure and all that fun stuff that can really kind of bring you down and put a lot of negative thoughts into your brain. So it was really cool to see that a lot of kids out there are just kind of understanding that, you know what, even with the faults that you have, you're still figuring out who you are, and you're just open to doing that, to figuring out who you are and to kind of just be there for yourself. There were a lot of negative notes as well, and they were really hard to read, but it was just interesting how I felt connected to both sides of it. You know, like I see some of the positive notes and I was like, yeah, I love this. This is what I stand by. This is what I go for. And then I saw a lot of the negative notes where I know that either now or in the past I've gone through those thoughts. So it was cool to feel a connection like that, and I felt like I could really write this song with my producer, and I think he felt it as well. Obviously, I think everybody kind of goes through that, so it just felt cool to have a really strong connection and be able to deliver a really honest message throughout the song. So this is the box. You can see it now. So this is the box that I brought with me to Quebec City to make this song, and it's got all your notes in it. They're all there. So I'm going to be keeping this box forever. I think it's a really good reminder of, you know, what people are going through on a day-to-day basis, and it kind of keeps a person grounded just to understand what people are going through, and keeps me wanting and driven to create music that is really positive and that will kind of be a light in people's lives. So I really loved it. There were a couple notes in here that talked about the fact that they understood that they weren't perfect, and some of them even listed, you know, I don't like this about myself, or like, I don't like, you know, I'm really tall, or I'm too tall, or I'm too short, or I wish I was this. But then they would list the positive things about themselves, you know, like some people would say, for example, I'm not really great at school, but I'm super funny. I can really make people laugh, and that makes them feel good. Listen, we all go through our lives, our entire lives, no matter how confident we are in ourselves or not. We all go through not loving certain things about ourselves, or just not loving as much, you know? So it's kind of cool to see them understanding the side that they don't love, but understanding the side that they really do love, which kind of brought on the second verse of Enemy, which is kind of the more positive side, and understanding that there is a lot of stuff about you that is really cool. A lot of these notes were really negative, things that I would never ever want a person to feel about themselves, but that I understand that we all kind of go through. It just sucks to know that there are people out there who look at themselves and can't find a single good quality about themselves, because it's just not true. And you know, someone mentioned that they're too different. There is no such thing. There's no such thing as being too different. There's no such thing as being the same as someone else. So why go for that? Why try and constantly just try to fit in, try to be the exact same as another person? Be yourself. And I know this is corny, and I know that people say it constantly. People say, love yourself, be different, be unique. And you get bored of hearing that. You really do, and because you don't connect to it whatsoever. Everybody says it, it just sounds so easy, and you feel like it's like the hardest thing in the world to just get up in the morning and be cool with yourself, which was really sad to read, and which was hard to read because, you know, everybody goes through those times, and everybody feels like certain people would list off physical characteristics that they didn't like about themselves. They didn't find themselves attractive, too skinny, too fat, you know, just too ugly, too this, too that, too dumb, to just a lot of stuff was listed, which was really hard because, you know, again, we all go through this. I did not love the way I looked when I was a kid. That's something that I went through, that I was really uncomfortable with for a long time, until about the time that I went to college. That was a long time to not love the way you're looking and to not love this and that. It's so easy to just feed the negative. and to look at all the things that you don't like about yourself, the brain just comes up with whatever's easiest first, right? So all these negative feelings are the easiest to feed into. So it's the first thing that comes to your brain. It's the first thing you latch on to. When really what you've got to do for yourself is fight. Find the good things about you, or turn the bad things into good things. Because here's the thing, is that what you look at in the mirror, or what you think of yourself that you might think is so awful about yourself, might be someone else's favorite thing about you, or just something that they really love, or something that changes them for the better. All of that negative stuff you think about, all that negative stuff that you put on yourself, it is stopping you from moving forward and from growing. I just do. I believe that every single person can really be awesome at life and can really make a huge difference. Whether it's a lot of people, one person in their lives, whatever it is, I do think everyone's got really, really cool potential in them. So it's just about fighting for yourself and understanding that it's okay to have those negative thoughts and that it's normal. It's so normal. I still have them every day. Everybody has just that little lingering thought at the very least of something that you didn't like about yourself today, or this or that. But once you start fighting for it, and it's hard, by the way, it's really freaking hard. It totally is. I'm not just saying like, oh, and be positive. Like, it's hard. But once you start fighting for it, once you start thinking, okay, this is the negative thing I thought about, what's the positive version? Going to that positive version all the time, your brain starts to change, and it's almost like creating muscle memory. It starts to change and it starts to go into a more positive place. I'm just saying all of this because I feel really passionate about it, and these letters changed my life. They really did, and they kind of really opened my perspective. A lot of people welcomed me into their hearts and into their minds, so it really affected me. It really kind of hit my heart. So I'm so passionate about helping people kind of find a light and really be positive and find the things that they love about themselves, because it will make a difference in your life, and it feels so good. It really does. And like, once you get that feeling of feeling good, you don't want to let it go, right? So you fight for it, and I want you guys to fight for it. Fight for that good feeling. Fight for waking up in the morning and just being cool with yourself. I just want every single negative note in here to start feeling good, and to start feeling the positivity, and start feeling what they deserve to be feeling, which is not negative. I heard that. I heard you do that. I heard that in your head going, well, I deserve what I got. No, you deserve what's best for you, and what's best is positive, it's good, it's light, it's happiness. Go for happiness. Find what makes you happy. Find a drive in your life, whether it's being happy for a family member, a friend, whether it's a career, whether it's a hobby that you really love. For me, it was singing. For me, it was music, and it was important for me to go for that so that I could be happy and share that with my family and friends and be there for them. If you don't have that yet, it's cool. Don't worry about it. Just try and be open. Try new things, or to learning things, or discovering things that you might just completely fall in love with, and that might make you very, very happy. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you again for being part of this project. I hope this song really has given you a positive light in your life, has made you feel lifted, well, at least while listening to it. And I really hope that you do know that it's from my heart to yours. And for the people who didn't take part in this project, I hope that you know that this is from their heart and my heart to yours. I hope you love it. Check out the music video, which, by the way, thanks guys, we're at over 1,000 views. Super exciting. I know it seems like a small number, but it's like really big for me, so I'm just super excited about it. If you have any questions about the Mirror Project, about the song itself, which by the way is on iTunes and Spotify, or questions about the music video, please leave that in the comments below. Come check me out on Instagram or Facebook. Leave me a message. I'll be happy to get back to you and talk to you a little bit about it. Not a little bit, and talk to you about it. You can talk about it as much as you want. Make sure you guys subscribe. Button somewhere. You're here or there. Don't worry about it. You know where it is. I trust you. I'll see you guys soon.